Today we are doing a Natasha Denona I Need a Nude close-up eyeshadow tutorial. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. If you guys haven't seen already, I do have on my channel a I Need a Nude. It is palette swatches, comparisons, and like a first look at this eyeshadow palette. And today we are doing an up-close tutorial of this eyeshadow look right here. So if you guys like unfiltered makeup opinions and honest reviews, hit that subscribe button and let's get into this tutorial. All right, so my lids are naked, so we'll prime them in a minute, but we're gonna do an eyeshadow, detailed eyeshadow look with this beauty right here, the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude. I've really been enjoying priming my lids lately with the Maybelline Fit Me concealer because it's a matte formula and it still provides that like sticky, tacky base for your eyeshadow to cling to. I'm just taking an Eloise brush and I'm gonna brush that out real quick. Now we have the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette. Oh, I just swatched this, which you guys saw in like the review video, but I actually filmed that, like the swatching part on the day I'm filming this eyeshadow look. So I just swatched all these and they were absolutely stunning, but I think honestly we're going to be using this shade today. It's called Muse and it is like, it's beautiful. So we are going to use that shade today. I'm going to use like some of these like dustier shades, especially like up in here. We're going to take my Moda M16. We're going to make sure my lids aren't creasing. And with the M16, we're taking the shade Stone. And this is a very cool tone shade. Very taupey, almost gray leaning. And we're just doing a back and forth motion on my lid. We're just doing a swiping motion and then going back in and like buffing it in. I have a Singe Beauty EO2 and I want to use some of these like darker shades. I think we're going to use Tender, which I've heard that Tender is a really similar shade to Stone. Like, and when I swatched it, I noticed that as well. They're like just a pigment darker. Like you can barely notice the difference when you swatch them. So let's see what they look like when you build them up on the eye. So this is Tender. I'm experiencing a lot of fallout with this one. Didn't expect that. So just be careful with this specific shade because it does have a lot of fallout. Right now we're just like packing this on the outer corner and then we'll go back and we'll like blend it. Like so. And then I am going to take what's remaining on the brush and just start shading the lower lash line. Just like connecting the two, but we're not getting any new pigment. We're just blending it all. I am going to take my EO3, which is a really great like buffing brush, but I want to use some of the pink shades. So we're going to use Wit. And I'm going to take this and apply it right above this. Right above Tender is where we're putting it. And we're mixing it in, giving like a little bit of a pink on the outer corner, like right in here. Just softening this up a little bit. Now I'm going to take an EO1 and we're going to use Muse, which is that like rose goldy shade, but it was almost like wet in the swatch. And I'm not wetting this down. I just want to see how it picks up on a brush. Like, that's super pretty. We're going to apply this on the inner corner. This may be a shade where it would be better to apply with your finger. So I'm just going to take it on my finger and apply. So when it swatched, it looked rose gold. But when it's on my eye, it almost looks like champagne. It's very like reflective and almost like wet looking. That's really pretty. I feel like this is like super messy really fast. It just kind of got all over. So we are going to take the EO3 from Singe and we're going to buff everything on the eye. I wet down my EO1. I wet down my EO1 from Singe, and I'm actually just going to take this shade right here. It's called Whisper. This is just like a true foily shade, and I'm going to stick this on the inner corner and bring it down into the lower lash line just to make the inner corner pop a little bit, and then bring it down. So this is what it's looking like. We got to finish off the lower lash line. So I'm going to take this shade right here, Wit. It's that like salmony color. We're gonna first diffuse this out with the EO5 from Singe. Don't forget that number. And then I'm also gonna use Tender, which is this shade right here. We use this on the outer corner, and we're going to also shade the lower lash line. So this is the eyeshadow before we do my mascara and my brows. So let's get a good look real quick. And then I'll zoom you guys out after I'm done with the stuff on my face. Okay, here's the completed eyeshadow look. And we used today the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette. We only used about 5 shades out of this palette to get this look today. It's very pretty, very everyday. You could glam it up a little bit and like deepen up the outer corner if you wanted to, but I really, really enjoy this shade right here, Muse. It did look a little bit different when I swatched it, more like a rose gold shade, but it's really pretty. So if you guys like up close eyeshadow tutorials and you want to see more on I Need a Nude or a different palette, leave me a comment down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you consider subscribing so that I see you again. Bye!